Bermuda Triangle. Mystery or science? The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is a loosely defined region in the Atlantic Ocean, forming a triangular area between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. This area has long been known as a legendary place where ships and planes have mysteriously disappeared. So, what is the secret behind the Bermuda Triangle, which has become the center of so many stories and legends? Let's unravel this mystery together. The Bermuda Triangle covers an area of approximately 500,000 to 1.5 million square kilometers in the Atlantic Ocean. This region has gained fame over the years due to claims that numerous ships and planes have vanished without a trace throughout history. It was first referred to as the Devil's Triangle by journalist Edward Van Winkle Jones in the 1950s and later gained widespread popularity thanks to Charles Berlitz's book, published in 1974. Let's take a closer look at some of the most famous stories related to the Bermuda Triangle together.
Flight 19.
On December 5, 1945, 5 TBM Avenger bomber aircraft belonging to the U.S. Navy took off from Naval Air Station Fort Lauderdale in Florida for a routine training flight. This flight, known as Flight 19, was led by Lieutenant Charles Taylor, an experienced pilot. Taylor, along with 14 student pilots and crew members, had been assigned to conduct navigation and bombing training. The flight plan was fairly straightforward. Fly 56 nautical miles east, drop practice bombs at the Hen and Chicken Shoals, then proceed another 67 nautical miles east, turn north and fly 73 nautical miles, and finally return to base. Weather conditions were initially favorable, and the flight was expected to proceed without any issues. Approximately 2 hours into the flight, an unexpected message reached the base. Lieutenant Taylor was saying something strange over the radio. "Our magnetic compasses are not working. We don't know where we are. Everything looks wrong." This message indicated that control of the flight had been lost. Taylor believed the planes were over the Florida Keys, but in reality, they were much further east, out in the open sea. The base provided instructions to help the aircraft navigate, but Taylor and his crew reported that their compasses were malfunctioning and that they could see nothing but ocean around them. The radio communications grew increasingly alarming. "We're entering white water. We can't see any land. We're completely lost." Flight 19 vanished completely after the radio communications. The base launched an intensive search and rescue operation to locate the aircraft, but no trace was ever found. Even more astonishing was the sudden disappearance of a PBM Mariner aircraft sent during the search and rescue operation. This plane and its 13 crew members were also never found again. The disappearance of Flight 19 resulted in the deaths of 14 pilots and crew members. The incident was thoroughly investigated by the U.S. Navy, but the official report could not fully explain the cause of the disappearance. The report suggested that Lieutenant Taylor, despite being an experienced pilot, might have made a navigational error. However, this explanation did not fully clarify the strange details mentioned in the radio communications. Let's move on to the next story.
USS Cyclops.
In 1918, the massive U.S. Navy ship USS Cyclops mysteriously vanished in the Bermuda Devil's Triangle. The ship, along with its 306 crew members and a cargo of 10,800 tons of manganese, disappeared without leaving any wreckage or distress signals. This incident remains one of the largest losses in U.S. Navy history. The USS Cyclops was a fuel supply ship and was considered one of the largest vessels in the U.S. Navy at the time. This massive ship, measuring 165 meters in length and 19 meters in width, was used for both military and commercial purposes. Commissioned in 1910, the Cyclops had taken on critical missions during World War I. On March 4, 1918, the USS Cyclops set sail from Barbados toward Baltimore. The ship carried 306 crew members and a cargo of 10,800 tons of manganese. The journey initially seemed uneventful, but after entering the Bermuda Devil's Triangle, no further communication was ever received from the Cyclops. The Cyclops sent no distress signals after its last departure from Barbados on March 4, 1918. The ship vanished in the Bermuda Devil's Triangle, and no wreckage or crew members were ever found. This disappearance caused a major shock due to both the size of the ship and the number of crew members on board. Following the disappearance of the USS Cyclops, the U.S. Navy launched a large-scale search and rescue operation. However, no trace of wreckage or crew members was ever found. The ship had seemingly vanished as if swallowed by the ocean. Let's move on to the next story.
Star Tiger and Star Ariel.
The Bermuda Devil's Triangle is a region where not only ships but also aircraft have mysteriously vanished. In 1948 and 1949, two passenger planes, the Star Tiger and the Star Ariel, disappeared without a trace in this area. These incidents are considered two of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. On January 30, 1948, a passenger plane named Star Tiger departed from the Azores toward Bermuda. The aircraft carried 6 crew members and 25 passengers. In its final radio message, it was reported that the plane was approaching Bermuda and that everything was normal. However, the Star Tiger never reached its destination. The plane and its 31 occupants vanished without a trace. A year later, on January 17, 1949, another passenger plane named Star Ariel shared a similar fate. The aircraft, en route from Bermuda to Jamaica, disappeared with 7 crew members and 13 passengers. This final radio message indicated that everything was normal. However, like the Star Tiger, the Star Ariel vanished without leaving any trace. Extensive search and rescue operations were launched for both aircraft. However, no wreckage or trace of the passengers or crew was ever found. It was as if the planes had been erased from the sky. Let's move on to the next story.
Carrol A. Deering.
In 1921, a schooner named Carrol A. Deering was found abandoned off the coast of North Carolina. Its crew had vanished, but the ship was completely intact. This incident is considered one of the greatest mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. The Carrol A. Deering was a 5-masted schooner built in 1919. The ship was transporting coal from Rio de Janeiro to Virginia. Its crew consisted of experienced sailors, and the vessel was frequently used for trade at the time. The Carrol A. Deering set sail from Rio de Janeiro toward Virginia in 1920. The journey initially seemed uneventful, but the ship was mysteriously found abandoned near Diamond Shoals off the coast of North Carolina. On January 31, 1921, the Carrol A. Deering was found abandoned in the Diamond Shoals area. The ship was completely intact, but its crew had vanished. Meals were left on the table, personal belongings were in place, yet there was no one on board. After the ship was discovered, a large-scale search and rescue operation was launched. However, no trace of the crew or passengers was ever found. The crew had seemingly vanished as if they had evaporated. Over time, the ship's wreckage also disappeared.
Theories about the Bermuda Triangle.
Many theories have been proposed regarding the Bermuda Devil's Triangle. Some claim that magnetic anomalies affect compasses, while others argue that methane gas explosions sink ships. Other theories include time portals, aliens, and even the lost city of Atlantis. However, scientists maintain that most of these disappearances can be explained by natural causes. For example, rapid weather changes and strong ocean currents in the region could lead to accidents. The Bermuda Devil's Triangle remains one of the world's greatest mysteries. Whatever the truth behind the disappearances may be, this region continues to ignite humanity's imagination. Perhaps the real question is whether we will ever fully uncover the truth hidden behind this veil of mystery. The Bermuda Triangle still remains an unsolved mystery, firmly holding its place in history. So, what do you think is happening in this region? magnetic anomalies, methane gas explosions, German submarines, or perhaps another theory? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments. Your ideas and comments will help us discuss these mysteries together. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, make sure to turn on notifications to stay updated on our new content. Until the next video, take care and see you soon.